Thanks for joining us here exclusively on WTOL 11 Plus. A little bit more of a breakdown for your forecast, not only for today, but for the next several days as well. So let's get right to it. Again, we are joining you live here on WTOL 11 Plus and also live on YouTube. Looking ahead towards this weekend, it's going to be sunny. Eventually, we're going to get there, but also going to be somewhat pleasant. But some would say this is cool. Where are those seasonal temperatures? We're going to get there, like we've been talking all week. Baby steps, but we're seeing temperatures in the upper 60s and the low 70s, not only for today, but also into this weekend as well. But a big thing will be that lower humidity. The humidity really doesn't look to be an issue, at least for today and tomorrow, but we are tracking some changes on the way for this upcoming week. Those first few days of June, here comes that warm up. Before we go any further, let's talk about this chilly made weather. We've seen 13 days straight in a row where we've seen below average temperatures. Now, not our lows, our highs have been below average. And in fact, look at this. This is the coldest second half of May in over 20 years. Yeah, I said that right. And check this out. The average temperature between May 16th and May 31st of 2003 was around 57 degrees. So we weren't that cold, but still 13 days with below average temperatures. Our warmest day this year was cooler than April. Yeah, I said that right. And we're gonna have more on that coming up in just a little bit, but 13 days with below average temperatures. Who is ready for that warm up? Eventually, we're gonna get there, but what's what we're seeing downtown Toledo right now, that mixture of sunshine and clouds as we're recording this or as we're live right now on WTOL 11 Plus and also on YouTube around 8 o'clock on your Saturday morning. That mixture of sunshine and clouds. Notice our sunrise right around 6 o'clock in the morning and our sunset officially after 9 o'clock. So today we're going to see that mixture of sunshine and clouds once again, still feeling like the end of April and the beginning of May with average highs typically in the upper 70s. Instead, we're going to be in the upper 60s for today. And it's ironic because our average high for the beginning of May is at 68 degrees and we're exactly 10 degrees cooler for this afternoon. Typically our average highs again in the upper 70s. But pull out your smartphone, scan that QR code. It'll take you to my Facebook page where you can submit your pet's photos to be showcased here on WTOL 11 and also on WTOL 11 Plus. It is a green paw kind of day. We're seeing that mixture of sunshine and clouds, eventually a decrease in the clouds and temperature wise. Yes, we're still cool, but it could be worse, right? We could be seeing highs in the 50s. Instead, we'll be in those mid to upper 60s for this afternoon. But as far as your sweet pets photo goes, how about Milo and Otis? We have two pups to showcase. They're like, wait, walk? Did you say walk? We can go outside for a walk? I'm so sorry to all the pet parents out there. But yes, great day to get outside and go for a walk. Just enjoy the sunshine. I bet the sunshine will help us feel a little bit warmer than what we actually are. So very pleasant for today. And it's not extremely hot, especially for the pups and the cats and even the kiddos. Not gonna have to worry about that extreme heat, at least for now. But there's a lot going on for this weekend. We have the walleye, we have the mud hens. Yeah, if you're a big sports fan, downtown Toledo is the place to be. That's happening this weekend. We're seeing that walleye watch, but also that mud hens game for this evening. Now, we're seeing temperatures hanging out in the 60s. By the way, mud hens are away this weekend, I believe, but still, you can still hang out in downtown Toledo at Fifth Third Field and also at the Huntington Center. Temperatures will remain in the 60s and seeing that mixture of clear skies and clouds, but it's gonna be staying cool, dipping back down to the 40s. I bet some folks will break out their heavy winter jackets once again tonight into tomorrow morning. I might just have that medium jacket, but it's still gonna be chilly as we're forecasting lows back in the mid 40s. Eventually we'll get there. And again, our average highs for this time of year, or average lows, are a little bit warmer than that. Typically we see average lows in the mid to upper 50s. But tonight, like I mentioned, our sunset just after 9 o'clock, and we're gonna be seeing 9 o'clock sunsets until July 24th. So we have about 6 to 8 weeks before we start to see earlier daylight. That did not make me happy saying that, but yeah, we're approaching those longer days. Eventually that summer solstice will be happening in about a month, but technically meteorological summer begins tomorrow. We're going to talk more about that in just a moment, but maybe you plan on going out to Lake Erie tomorrow. Really not too bad. We'll see that mixture of sunshine and clouds. Temperatures remain in the low 70s. Waves about 2 feet or less, and the winds coming in from the northwest around 5 to 15 knots. And the lake temperature Again, that's also slowly warming up. We're seeing the lake temperature around 63 degrees. I know a lot of people are getting outside and getting that yard work done. You have that green lawnmower today, tomorrow, Monday, and also into Tuesday. Not tracking any rain chances until Wednesday. So changes on the MoCast will be happening for tomorrow. But these next few days, get outside, whether it's that yard work, going to the lake, going to the park, whatever your plans are, it's going to be really nice. Now let's pinpoint your hometown, expect what to expect for the rest of the day. We'll see that mixture of sunshine and clouds, not tracking any rain down here at the surface. Plenty of sunshine for this afternoon, though those temperatures still below average. Later on tonight into those nighttime hours, still that mixture of clear skies and clouds. Temperatures are back to those 40s by tomorrow morning. That chance for frost, we're not talking about frost at all on June 1st, which would be very interesting to say the least. But by 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, plenty of sunshine, already seeing temperatures in the 60s, and we're forecasting still once again below average highs, but we're getting there. At least we're forecasting those 70s back for tomorrow afternoon. Now changes are on the way heading on into Monday, but Monday morning first, still hanging out in those upper 40s and the low to mid 50s. But then here comes that warm up. Already by lunchtime, we're seeing temperatures in the 70s, but then by the afternoon, warming up to the 80s. And that's just day one as we're tracking above average temperatures, really feeling and looking a lot like summer. But along with that, we are tracking that wildfire smoke from Canada. That smoke is aloft, so minor to moderate air quality is expected. If you have respiratory issues, please be weather aware because we could be seeing this impacted for today and also into these next few days. But notice we'll get breaks from that wildfire smoke at times, but then it's going to pick back up into Sunday and especially into Monday. Monday morning and afternoon, check this out, almost the entire state of Ohio seeing some heavy wildfire smoke. Again, this is coming in from Canada as we're seeing a decent amount of wildfires up there. So we're not seeing wildfires here in Northwest Ohio and Southeast Michigan, but we are dealing with those impacts. Again, respiratory issues, breathing problems, please be aware and take the necessary precautions. Now that impact level, it's about a 2 out of 5. So we're mainly dealing with that wildfire smoke a lot, but some minor air quality issues are possible with this wildfire smoke. So it's not extreme like what we saw last summer, but still, if you have those issues, take those precautions. And I'll tell you what, that pollen, it has not changed at all. Sitting at that high level today, tomorrow, Monday, and also into Tuesday. You know what? It's just that time of year. You take what you can, right? But at least the weather is looking fantastic, just not the pollen count. But I know a lot of people have been excited to talk about that UV index starting to warm up, can be able to get outside, go to the pool, go to the lake. It is climbing. So that high and very high level for these next several days, anywhere between about a 6 and a 9. So we always say, apply the sunscreen, take those breaks in the shade, especially in the midday hours, limit that time outside, especially when that UV index is very high. Now, notice that very high level, which will be for Monday and also into Tuesday. If you can avoid that sun, again, that midday sun between 10 a.m. and 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I know it's difficult, but that's why we say also apply the sunscreen, have protective clothing, whether it's a hat, long sleeves, or whatever you can to try to protect your skin from the sunshine. We have all been there and it's not pleasant coming home with that sunburn. And it's gonna feel pretty warm as well too, not only from the UVs, but also temperature wise. Not today though. 10 degrees below average, you notice those highs in the upper 60s. Yeah, for the last day of May, not that at all. Even still below average for tomorrow, but we will be in the low 70s, low 80s. So warming up by Monday, low 80s, mid 80s, heading on into Tuesday. As of now, Wednesday will be our next warmest day, our hottest day, in fact. Temperatures near 90 degrees. However, not lasting long, dipping back down to the upper 70s and the low 80s for the end of the week and that first full weekend of June, and also the following week. Notice still temperatures overall fairly seasonal, if not just a touch above average. And that's right on track with our 8 to 14 day temperature outlook from June 8th through June 14th, tracking above average temperatures. It's gonna be a warm start to June as we're tracking many days with temperatures in the 80s. And again, that's what we should be for this time of year. Temperatures should be in the 80s. We're gonna get there. It's gonna be a pretty mild June. But it is May 31st. It is the last day technically of meteorological spring. So got to showcase this one more time. Those average highs around 78 degrees. I remember when March 1st rolled around, I was so excited to pull out this graphic. I was also really excited to pull out that number right there, 42 degrees. Look how far we've come from 42 degrees for our average high for March 1st to 78 degrees for our average high for today. Now tomorrow kicks off meteorological summer. So what does that mean? Our average high by tomorrow will be around 79 degrees, and we're going to continue to stair step. By the middle of July, average highs will be in the upper 80s. So what we will be seeing for Wednesday, that's what we should be for the middle of July. But then after that, we start to cool back down just slightly, going on to the rest of July into August. By the end of August, by the end of meteorological summer, our average highs will be around 82 degrees. Gosh, I just can't believe, like, we're already almost halfway done with the year already, but technically meteorological summer begins tomorrow. You're thinking, wait, I didn't think summer started until later on in June. Yes, that's what you see on your calendar. That's called astronomical summer. This is meteorological summer, which is the same exact thing. This is just easier for meteorologists to keep records and data straight, because sometimes on the calendar it changes between, the 19th or the 20th, 21st, 22nd. This is just easier because it always starts on June 1st and always ends on August 31st. So if you want to celebrate the first day of summer tomorrow with us, go right ahead. Now, if you love all this information, you can have it sent directly to your devices. Just search WTOL 11 Weather in the App Store. It's a free download, and it's compatible with Apple and Google Play. And there's so much wonderful information, including your interactive radar, your hour-by-hour forecast, your extended forecast, plus you can submit your photos and videos to be showcased here on WTOL 11 and also on WTOL 11+. And speaking of videos, how about personalized weather forecast videos sent from us here on the weather team directly to your devices? So go check that out. Something else to check out, Toledo's #1 digital weather show, Off the Radar, hosted by myself and meteorologist Ryan Weekman. You can see I'm not there this week. Steven Jackson joins us. He talked about his Chicago roots, and they play some fun games, including Where in the Weather World Are We? But don't worry, I'll be back this week. We got a fun episode planned, but still, you can check this out. We are live every Wednesday on WTOL 11+ and also on YouTube at 10:15, but you can also watch it on your schedule on demand on Fire TV, Apple TV, and also on Roku. Also a shout out to our awesome radar rangers, our director Tim, our producer Alexis, our digital producer Tiffany, and our camera operator Mark. It's a lot of fun, so go check that out, and a lot of other wonderful content right here on WTOL 11+. And we gotta check out this holiday countdown. We are just a little over 2 weeks away until Father's Day, a little less than 3 weeks away until the start of astronomical summer. So that's what I was talking about, how it sometimes changes depending on the year. 34 days away, less than 5 weeks away until July 4th. This got me when I updated the countdown earlier this week. Labor Day, I had to add that, which is the unofficial end of summer. I know, right? But luckily we are still way far away from that 93 days until Labor Day. And notice those average highs. They start to cool back down from July 4th to Labor Day. We're still in the 80s at least, but still from the mid 80s to the low 80s. And we are tracking temperatures feeling a lot like Labor Day, 4th of July, the first day of summer, and also Father's Day. Not for today though, but you know what, we're gonna get there. Upper 60s with that decrease in clouds for today. Sunny Sunday is back in the forecast for tomorrow, and seeing temperatures in the low 70s. And then here comes that warm up, low 80s by Monday, plenty of sunshine once again, and the sunshine sticks around into Tuesday. I bet the pools are going to be busy these 2 days. Temperatures will be in the mid 80s by Tuesday. Wednesday will be the warmest day, but we are tracking multiple chances for some scattered showers and thunderstorms. As of now, nothing strong or severe is expected, but typical spring/summer showers. Upper 80s on Wednesday, low 80s on Thursday. Friday, we dip back down just slightly, and even below average. Upper 70s by Friday, but next weekend looking beautiful with that mixture of sunshine and clouds, and still seeing temperatures in the low 80s. And then looking ahead towards the following week, by next Monday, still same exact thing, that mixture of sunshine and clouds. Temperatures remain in the low 80s, so quite a big temperature difference, not only between today and Monday, but between today and Wednesday. A 20-degree temperature difference, so we go from feeling more like the end of April, beginning of May, to feeling more like the middle of July. Who is ready for that summer heat? So again, thanks for joining us here on WTOL 11+. You can catch us live every day here on WTOL 11. And of course, it's not just us, our weather forecast. There's so many other wonderful content you can check out. Again, Off the Radar, Good Day After the Show, Chasing the Game, and so many other wonderful things. The Vault, hosted by Dan Cummins. Check this all out on WTOL 11 Plus. But like I mentioned also, the WTOL 11 weather app will pop this right here up on your screen for you. You can scan that QR code. And as far as our WTOL 11 weather app goes, it is a free download. So thanks for joining us and have a great last day of May and a great first day of June. Have a great day.